Persian Empire and Xerxes, Hidden History. What King Xerxes did to his daughters was worse than death. What King Xerxes did inside his palace wasn't just dark, it was a system of power, so twisted it reshaped the Persian Empire from the inside out. This video uncovers the truth hidden behind Persia's royal walls and the consequences they never taught you in history class. The story of King Xerxes is usually told through battles, monuments, and legends. But behind the grandeur of the Persian Empire, a far more disturbing truth lived inside the palace walls, one that reveals how absolute power can corrupt a civilization down to its foundation. In today's deep dive, we unravel the hidden system Xerxes created, the one that weaponized his daughters, manipulated religion, and turned the royal family into tools of political control. This isn't just ancient history, it's a psychological case study of unchecked authority and what happens when a society builds its identity around divine kingship. King Xerxes' influence stretches far beyond his reign. It's a timeless reminder of how power and control can shape destinies, both personal and collective. Xerxes was a king of contradictions, celebrated for his victories, yet infamous for the shadows he cast over his own lineage. His rule is a stark example of how power can be both corrupted and corrupting. Every empire has its ghosts. Xerxes' legacy lingers, a testament to the enduring struggle between ambition and morality. We've only scratched the surface of Persia's enigmatic history. Join us next time as we uncover more forgotten stories from the ancient world. The resonance of Xerxes' story isn't confined to dusty annals of history. Its echoes are felt even in modern realms, where power and morality continue to clash. Seeing these ruins up close, it's striking to think about how such power once governed the world, and how fragile it all was. Indeed, every stone here tells a story of strength, ambition, and sometimes the consequences of unchecked authority. And so, as the shadows lengthen and history's lessons steep further into our consciousness, we are reminded, or perhaps warned, of the complex dance between time, power, and humanity. The past whispers its wisdom to those willing to listen. With open minds and introspection, we can step forward with stories that guide our tomorrows. In the quiet of the night, one can almost hear the echoes of ancient voices, discussing power and destiny as we still do today in hushed tones of corridors of influence. And as the moon casts its gentle glow, we are reminded of the cyclical nature of history, the rise and fall of empires, ever a reminder of our place in its grand tapestry. Wisdom sits quietly, biding its time as history's pages turn. Let us be mindful of its lessons as we forge the future. Each dawn renews our chance to learn from yesterday's shadows and embrace tomorrow's possibilities with cautious optimism. These artifacts hold stories of our ancestors, stories that teach us resilience and reinvention. History is an evolving narrative, a dialogue between us and the past. It's up to us to keep these stories alive and learn from them. Was he really a hero, or was he something else altogether? Xerxes was many things to many people. A hero to some, a tyrant to others. It's the complexity of his legacy that makes history so fascinating. Today, we explore the echoes of Xerxes' reign in today's geopolitical landscape. How can understanding ancient leadership inform our contemporary world? Xerxes' methods remind us that the intertwining of religion and state is a timeless tool, one that still shapes political strategies today. Absolutely, and his legacy proves that the personal is political. The family dynamics of rulers often reflect the governing methodologies that define their reign. Tehran is a living palimpsest, a city of today built on the bones of yesterday. As we walk its streets, we're stepping on the echoes of ancient voices. Every restoration project brings us face to face with the hands of history's makers, the artists, the scribes, those who kept their stories alive despite the sands of time. What we learn today about Xerxes may change perspective tomorrow. History is as much about the questions we ask as the answers we find. The more we hear about him, the more complex Xerxes becomes. I guess history is not just about facts, but about interpretation, too. History may guide us, but it is up to each of us to construct a future that honors its lessons while forging a path uniquely our own. In the end, Xerxes' story is a part of the collective fabric of human experience, a reminder that leadership touches all facets of life, leaving its mark on the world. Let us not only remember the tales of the past, but be poised to write our histories with the ink of wisdom we gather along the way. In every era, the tales we tell cast shadows and light, shaping the legacies we leave behind. The lore of old awaits in these halls, a treasure trove of knowledge built by countless hands over the centuries. Storytellers of every age immortalize their journeys through stars and stories, guiding us like constellations through time. As we share these tales tonight, we partake in the ancient fireside rituals of our ancestors, keeping their voices alive. And as we pass these stories, we ensure that knowledge and heritage journey with us into the future.